Macarena. Coming to you live from Goodman Diamond here at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Sectional semifinal for Division 5, sectional final number 2. Paul, you got me now?
I can hear you now.
All right, perfect. Jason Zaleski here, right alongside Paul Jaglinski, as we will bring you action from Goodman Diamond here this morning. It is the number 2 seed Barneveld, the number 3 seed Edgar, and we've got Lori online saying, what's the score? Lori, first pitch is at 8 a.m. So the score is 0-0 right now as we start our Cropping Central pregame show. Listen up, folks. Cropping Central is located on County Road N, just a few miles north of Stratford, a few miles west of Edgar, on the corner, near the corner of Highway N and Highway 97, right there in Marathon County. Cropping Central LLC. Give you all your field mapping. They'll help you with your yields, drone help with that. And the most important thing right now, Paul, is hail insurance. And Cropping Central will help you with your hail insurance. We hope it doesn't happen, but that's the deal with insurance, right? You can hope in one hand and do what in the other, and you see what fills up first. So with the help from Cropping Central, you can make sure that your crops are, 1, plentiful, and 2, cared for this summer and every summer for the rest of infinity and beyond.
Says Buzz Lightyear, or in this case, Jason Zaleski.
I'm telling you, folks, we're going to be a little, well, I'll speak for myself. I'm going to be a little loopy here this morning. It's we were here till 10:30, and then at a pizza joint after that last night. Got a few hours of sleep and came down here. Now, I talked to some of the parents, the Edgar parents, just a few minutes ago. We probably got more sleep than they did because they're telling me they left Edgar at 4:45 this morning. So we're all going to be a little extra fancy-dancy here on the broadcast, as it's 8 o'clock, it's time for bacon and eggs, and we're here doing softball, which is great. Again, state semifinal softball, Barneveld and Edgar.
Based upon the attendance here from Edgar this morning, if you're the last person in town, please go ahead and make sure that all the porch lights are out, because most of the community is here to support the Wildcats. I think this is going to be a really good one today, Jason. You've got 2 pretty evenly matched teams, obviously a 2-3 seed. Edgar's first trip to state. Barneveld's first trip to state, if I'm not mistaken. Both pitchers have got 2 very strong pitchers. I'm told that the Barneveld catcher is a Division II college commit, so I'm excited to watch her in warm-ups. She's got a terrific arm. We've got a little bit of light rainfall on a cloudy day here at the home of the Badgers, so it's one of those deals where weather shouldn't be a factor. Hopefully we don't need crop insurance today. But yeah, that should be a good ball game.
All right, we're going to have National Anthem here soon as we continue our Cropping Central LLC pregame show. Barneveld is the 2nd seed in the bracket. The Golden Eagles are experiencing, as Paul just said, their first ever state a trip to state. They're the champions of the East Division of the Six Rivers Conference, and they advanced to the state semifinals with a 4-0 win over Pecatonica last week. It is time for today's National Anthem. We will rise and let you listen to today's National Anthem from Goodman Diamond in Madison. All right, so as we were just saying a minute ago, and make sure my volume's not too loud there, after making sure everybody back at home can hear today's National Anthem. Again, Jason Zaleski here, Paul Jaglinski to my right. And as we were saying, Barneveld, their first ever trip to the state tournament comes here in 2022. They beat Pecatonica in the Belmont sectional final 4-0 to earn their trip to state. They are the 2 seed. The 3 seed Edgar also making its first ever appearance at state. They were runner-up to Assumption in the Merriwood South during the regular season, and the Wildcats advanced through the Stevens Point sectional, culminating with a convincing 11-0 win over Sevastopol in the final. So, Paul, two teams making their first ever state tournament appearance. They play each other here in the 2-3, and early in the morning, the Eagle is here from Barneveld, standing by the dugout. I love that. As for Edgar, there's not a Wildcat mascot here, but everybody from Edgar, all the Wildcats are here.
Well, first of all, I see Betty Urmansky, former basketball coach and current basketball coach in the crowd, so that's always a nice mascot. Kim Waller's in the crowd, shout out to Kim Waller. So, again, Jason, I think it's just kind of interesting to note as we get ready to go for the ball game. Barneveld's path down here, I think Barneveld has potentially won the strongest sectional that you would have around. They beat Oakfield. Oakfield would have given Assumption one of its 2 losses. They also beat a ranked Belmont team on the way down to state. So Barneveld has come through a very challenging sectional that they've been tested. For Edgar, they went ahead and they went back-to-back perfect games for Michaela Workus, beating Newman Catholic and Sevastopol. So it'll be an interesting path. One is very battle-tested on the way down. One is coming in with behind the performance of strong pitching and an offensive explosion. Should just be an excellent, really even match contest this morning.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Paul. That was something that we talked about yesterday as we talked about in our post-game show last night. Michaela Workus, those of you listening out of the area or maybe just not familiar with Edgar Wildcats softball this year that tuning in the broadcast, thank you all for listening here today. Yeah, Edgar, Michaela Workus, perfect games in the sectional semi and the sectional final, and the left-handed twirler is going to try to continue that here. They are announcing full teams. We'll give you starting lineups here soon. Tell you what, let's take a break. We've been talking for a while. Let's hear from our friends at Cropping Central LLC and bring you back for starting lineups right after this on Zaleski Sports. Cropping Central, conveniently located between Edgar and Stratford on County Road N, 715-352-2843. Let Cropping Central take care of your field plans, yield mapping, crop scouting, and crop protection, including hail insurance. Cropping Central, 715-352-2843, and visit them on County Road N, west of Edgar. Cropping Central, conveniently located 2843. Let Cropping Central take care of your field plans, yield mapping, crop scouting, and crop protection, including hail insurance. Cropping Central, 715-352-2843, and visit them on County Road N, west of Edgar. Cropping Central, conveniently located between Edgar and... All right, there we go. So we heard a little bit extra from Cropping Central, and that's okay. It is the Cropping Central LLC pregame show. Go ahead, Paul.
We heard a little extra from Cropping Central because Cropping Central always gives you just a little extra more.
I think they probably do. That's my understanding of it anyway. Okay, let's see here. Let's start with the visiting Edgar Wildcats, as they are the visiting team on the diamond here today. And leading off and pitching is Michaela Workus. Batting second in right field, Macy Yonker. Morgan Strevler does the catching. She bats third. Reagan Borkert at shortstop bats cleanup. Leah Davis at first base, batting fifth. Ashley Erickson at second base, bats sixth. Jessica Mucka in left field, bats seventh. Kendall Indalke at third base, batting eighth. And Carlin Lipinski in center field, batting ninth for the Wildcats. The Wildcats are coached by Kevin and Samantha Brown. Again, the Wildcats go Workus, Yonker, Strevler, Borkert, Davis, Erickson, Mucka, Dalkey, and Lipinski. For the Barneveld Eagles, leading off and catching is Emma Gordon. Isabella Sullivan plays third base. She bats second. Isabel Leahy in right field bats third. Nicole Fahey at first base batting cleanup. The DH is Hayden Swenson, and she bats fifth. Haley Larson in left field bats sixth. Dalen Rhodes pitching for the Barneveld Eagles, warming up now in the circle, bats seventh. Zoe Schmitz at second base bats eighth. Anessa Schmitz in center field bats ninth. And playing shortstop is Shelby Marks, and she is being hit for by Hayden Swanson. The Barneveld Eagles are coached by Jason Gordon, and again, their lineup goes Gordon, Sullivan, Leahy, Fahey, Swenson, Larson, Rhodes, Schmitz, and Schmitz.
Our third team on the plate today is going to be our umpires in blue. So again, for those of you that are unable to see the broadcast today, state tournaments share a 3-person umpiring crew. Behind home plate will be Jed Block. At first base is Steve Komarski. And at third base is Steve Schneider.
The third team on the field, and a very fine team in their own right out there. The boys in blue, as it turns out.
Congratulations to the umpires. And again, a reminder, if you are interested, a game needs officials. Visit WIAA.org to go ahead and sign up and become an official.
Barneveld Eagles are wearing all white from top to bottom, purple pinstripes from top to bottom, purple stirrups on either leg for the Barneveld Eagles. The Edgar Wildcats are wearing green tops with yellow shoulders, black pants, green batting helmets for the Edgar Wildcats, and in steps in the pitcher, Michaela Workus, and an advertised first pitch of 8 a.m. will live up to its billing as the first pitch comes in at 8 o'clock and misses wide for ball one, and we are underway here from Goodman Diamond in Madison.
I hope you can hear the energy. It might be 8 o'clock, but both teams are amped up like it's ready to rock and roll.
Teams, the fans, the us, the everybody, as Workus swung on and missed for strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Paul told you about Dalen Rhodes in the circle and Emma Gordon behind the plate for the Eagles. We'll keep and pay special attention to those two as they come in with some press, as they say. A strike at the knees to Workus makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Jason, of course, the winner of this game will take on the Assumption Royals tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for a state championship.
We're on the lookout for Royals here in attendance. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Rhodes to Workus, and outside misses for a ball. We talked to Coach Charlie Nelson from Assumption after their 5-2 win over Thorpe last night, and he said he would be here, but he's obviously dressed in disguise. I don't see him. And time is called by Workus. The left-handed batting Michaela Workus steps out of the batter's box and now steps back in. The 2-2 from Rhodes is hit high in the air and will go foul and lands almost in the trash can there, but right in the concourse between the lower level of the grandstands and the upper level of the grandstands. A red trash can with a black liner, and that one bounced right off the rim.
It's one of those deals where the particular fan that bounced next to was not in a hurry to go ahead and field that thing cleanly.
Yeah, they never are. Here's the 2-2 coming back from Rhodes, and outside the count is now full to Michaela Workus. Dawson asks us, are we going to film this? Dawson, there will be video highlights of this game later tonight on Facebook at Zaleski Sports, as we are here on an audio broadcast. Here's the full count now from Rhodes, and strike 3 called. Workus took a few steps towards the bag at first, and she has rung up the first strikeout today for Dalen Rhodes.
Now batting the right fielder.
Again, even though it's a strikeout, I like the at-bat from Workus. She went ahead and took multiple pitches. I think it was an 8-pitch at-bat. It's one of those deals, got a chance for timing, got a chance for her teammates to see. It's exactly what you're looking for out of your leadoff hitter.
Okay, that'll bring up the right fielder, Macy Yonker. Macy batting .238 here on the season. 11 hits and 12 RBI for Macy. And swings at a high pitch and swung on and missed on the pitch from Rhodes.
Again, Jason, just to clarify, audio only this morning just due to television rights and other legal opportunities.
Just due to people being mean. Yeah, out of our control, folks. Here's the 0-1 from Rhodes, and that one misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Listen, we've asked, and we'll continue to ask, and we could just continue to be told no. It's the way that things are at the state level competitions here in the great state of Wisconsin. 1-1 from Rhodes, and Yonker watches that one miss low and away. Ball 2, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the first.
With that being stated, Jason is an artist, so he's going to try to paint a picture of this game with his voice, and I've got a face that's definitely audio only worthy, so it's all good.
I think we're the perfect match for this. It's the 2-1 from Rhodes to Yonker, and hits the inside corner for a strike. So, Rhodes going outside, inside, really mixing up her locations here.
One of the things that I think is important in this particular ballgame is you can see that Jed Block behind the plate is going to go ahead and establish the strike zone. The players are going to need to adjust for it. He's been very consistent so far.
And the 2-2 swung on and missed by Yonker, so the strikeout looking retired Workus. Now the strikeout swinging retires Yonker. 2 strikeouts for Rhodes, 2 down. That brings up the catcher, Morgan Strevler.
As you talk about settling into a game, one of the things for both pitchers is going ahead and learning your umpire's zone, understanding with where it is, even though the zone is pretty universal. Typically, an umpire will find one pitch or one area that he really likes.
Got a celebrity sighting online. Dave Huss, boys basketball coach, listening to the broadcast today, is swung on and missed. Strevler falls behind, no balls, 1 strike. Again, folks, audio only here for the broadcast. We will give you the full video highlights of this game later on this afternoon. You'll see those on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. So you can paint the picture now and then watch it in video format on Facebook later this afternoon as the pitch from Rhodes misses for ball 1.
And a special shout out to Coach Huss, who's going ahead and joining us online. Coach Huss and the boys basketball program does a great job over in Edgar. We always enjoyable to watch them play.
Big fan of Dave. Now the 1-1 Rhodes to Strevler, and that one low for a ball. My only issue with Mr. Huss, takes way too long after the game. He doesn't ever come and talk to us. Dave, what are you doing in that locker room for so long? 30 minutes later, he's coming out. We're packing up and leaving the gym. Come on, Dave. 2 balls, 1 strike, and that one misses away. Count now 3-1 to the 3-hitter, Strevler.
Speaking of celebrities, LeVar Ridgway, the WIAA director and overseer of the state tournament, just walked behind us. Again, thank you to WIAA and LeVar for putting on a great tournament.
And the slight drizzle continues to fall here in Madison, and it's a 5-pitch walk and the 2-out base runner for the Wildcats.
Snoop Dogg would say it's for shizzle drizzle.
So now the cleanup hitter, the shortstop, Reagan Borkert, as we're going to get a pinch or a courtesy runner here for the catcher, Morgan Strevler. Yeah, and courtesy runner coming in, as I'm sure Wildcat fans know all year, is Carly Feltz. Going to come in and run for the catcher, Strevler. She's going to go in and get her shin guards on, get ready to catch the bottom of the inning.
At the plate is number 3. That's Reagan at the plate, right?
Yep, yeah, Reagan Borkert. Now, so you read this like I did. Maybe I got something wrong here, but now Dave's saying he's not the basketball coach. Is this breaking news, Dave?
Perhaps there's 2 Husses.
Would you like to tell me something new, Dave? Here's the 1-0 now to Borkert. And that one misses away. It's going to get past the catcher. The wild pitch thrown, and Gordon chases it down. And as that happens, Strevler advances to second. WP in your scorebook for wild pitch.
Reagan Borkert at the plate, Jason, what I was going to say is one of the best 3-sport athletes really in the central Wisconsin area. An outstanding volleyball player, an outstanding basketball player, plays shortstop for this Wildcat team here at State, and really a power hitter. She's one that can definitely go ahead and hit the 218 to the alley.
A Merriwood South tormentor is Borkert, and Borkert watches that one sail away. Now it's 3 straight balls, so a 5-pitch walk to Strevler. The wild pitch has her on second, and now Borkert 3-0, and that'll cause Emma Gordon to go out and talk to Dalen Rhodes in the circle and find out exactly what's going on out there.
With Reagan being such a phenomenal phenomenal volleyball and softball athlete, I'm really hopeful that she concentrates the majority of her time there for personal and selfish reasons, but neither here nor there. So, but 3-0 the count, runner on second base, an opportunity for Edgar to get a run here in the first inning. Nothing helps going ahead and settle you down and fire you up in the morning like a lead.
Yeah, I would say, and for me, maybe a donut. It's a 3-0 count now to Borkert. Rhodes looks in, winds and delivers, and left alone, and another walk, back-to-back walks now issued after back-to-back strikeouts. Now back-to-back walks issued by Rhodes. That brings up the first baseman, Leah Davis.
Runners in first and second brings up the first baseman, number 9.
So left hitter Davis will come in, hitting .328 coming into today's state semifinal game. 15 RBI on the year, and an RBI here for the Wildcats, as Paul just said, certainly makes the morning sound a little better. And first pitch swing, and this one is hit into straightaway left field. Coming on and making the catch is Haley Larson for the final out of the inning. So the Wildcats make some noise here in the first inning. Davis flies out, leaves 2 stranded after 2 walks. It'll be the bottom of the first. Coming up, the Barneveld Eagles will be batting when we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Cropping Central, conveniently located between Edgar and Stratford on County Road N, 715-352-2843. Let Cropping Central take care of your field plans, yield mapping, crop scouting, and crop protection, including hail insurance. Cropping Central, 715-352-2843, and visit them on County Road N, west of Edgar. All right, coming back to Goodman Diamond here in Madison. And getting ready for the Barneveld Eagles first inning here. And now we're being told online now, Dave Huss, he wants you to believe there's two of them. They both work at the Edgar School, and I'm not the basketball coach one. All right, I don't know. I think I'm being tricked. I was tricked a lot last night. I think I'm being tricked again today as the catcher, Emma Gordon, is standing in. And Gordon sees a ball from Michaela Workus. Again, Workus coming in, pitching 2 perfect games last week. And the perfect game will be alive for now. That one ripped down the right field line, landing just foul.
Again, a nice job from the Barneveld hitter, just going ahead and keeping her hands in, going ahead and taking that ball to the opposite field, just foul off of her bat. By the way, it doesn't matter what Dave Huss, we appreciate the Dave Huss that's listening, Jason. That's all that matters.
We do like him a whole lot, as Workus will fire on the 1-1 and throws that one high. 2 balls and a strike now to the leadoff hitter catcher, Emma Gordon.
Emma Gordon's got 32 hits on the season, hitting .416 on the year. 25 runs scored, 16 RBIs knocked in.
Okay, leadoff hitter, and now hits this one and hits it on the air. Yep, that is picked right off the top of the turf by Erickson for the first out on the line drive by Gordon.
Nice scoop on Erickson. It's one of those deals where that ball's coming down. She did a great job staying down and getting the glove underneath it, so you didn't have to make the throw.
The third baseman, number 6.
Okay, now the third baseman, Isabella Sullivan, will come in. And again, big congratulations to everybody listening online today. I'm going to ask you to do a couple favors. The first is we're playing here so early as Sullivan, Workus fires in. Bunt is laid down. It'll be fielded by Workus, and the fire in time over to first base for out number 2. 1-3 put out, those of you scoring along at home. Yeah, it's so early here that what we want you to do is tell 2 people you know that this game is being broadcast right here on Zaleski Sports. Because of how early it is, Paul, my guess is there's a lot of people who have not woke up yet, or they did, and they're kind of stirring around their house like a zombie, and they're like, hey, snap out of it, man. There's softball on. Edgar's at State. Come on and listen, right? That's the ask, the first one.
It's one of those dudes you can see already immediately, Jason, that they're going to miss a good one if they don't get up soon.
It's Isabel Leahy sees it bounce in from Workus for ball 1. Yeah, so tell 2 people you know that the game is on, because I bet there's some people that just forgot. I mean, who would think there's softball, state softball at 8 in the morning? But there is. And this one hit the top of the helmet, and Leahy fires the bat into the dugout and takes the base down at first as she is hit by a pitch and a 2-out base runner for the Eagles.
My theory on that is Michaela Workus is so accurate with her ball that she was actually just trying to hit her bat. And it was close. Unfortunately, it skimmed her helmet first.
It was going to do one of 2 things. It was going to graze the helmet or graze the bat, and it grazed the helmet of Leahy. So the right fielder stands at first base. Now the first baseman, Nicole Fahey, comes in and sees a strike from Workus. The other thing to do is this. Make sure to thank all of the sponsors that have brought you this broadcast, including Cropping Central on the corner of Highway N and 97, just north of Stratford, west of Edgar. And I'll tell you more about how to thank them as the pitch comes in from Workus. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Maybe you don't have a farm. Maybe you don't have crops. Okay, well, how can I thank Cropping Central? They've got a Facebook page. You go on there, you hit message, and you say thanks for the softball broadcast. Do that to all the sponsors, and you'll be good to go as a 3-pitch swinging strikeout as Fahey goes down swinging. And the hit by pitch to Leahy. She's left stranded at first. And the first strikeout of the game for Michaela Workus. The Eagles send 4 to the plate. We have played 1 complete. No score from Goodman Diamond on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and more than just awards.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
Back here to Goodman Diamond, home of the Wisconsin Badgers softball team on the beautiful campus of the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And start of the second inning, Ashley Erickson leading off for the Wildcats, and a swing and a miss to start her at-bat. Pitching again, Dalen Rhodes for the Barneveld Eagles. Just a walk, or actually 2 walks in that first inning for Edgar, both runners left stranded. So we start here in the 6th spot, and a strike now thrown and looked in by Erickson. It is quickly no balls, 2 strikes on the Wildcat second baseman. And what I guess the other thing we could ask too is in the comments section here, after you go to one of these advertisers' social media pages and you say thanks for Zaleski Sports, comment in there and tell us which one you went to, and we'll help spread the word about how you're spreading the word.
One of the questions I always was wondering, going back to the crop company, is do they do anything with food plots, or is there anything that they would do in terms of hunting? Because we know there's big hunting in the Edgar, Marathon, Stratford area. So for the hunters to reach out to them might be a really great idea.
It's a very good point, Paul. So send them a message, say help me with my hunting land, and thanks for Zaleski Sports. So pitch number 3 was fouled off. Pitch number 4 comes in as a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to the second baseman, Erickson. She checks down with Kevin Brown in the third base coach's box. Gets her instructions, which is this. Let's hit the ball, kid. Here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes, off-speed pitch. And swinging over the top of it is Erickson as she goes down swinging for the first out of the inning.
You know, Jason, it would be surprising if this is a high-scoring game. Again, you've got 2 really high-quality pitchers, 2 really high-quality catchers. So, again, it's one of those deals in the first inning. Both teams had a base runner, couldn't get a run across. But I think that it's going to come down to an error or somebody that can really manufacture a run in this game.
Okay, what I want Edgar fans to do, too, is give me a pronunciation here. I said Jessica Mucka, but we got a different pronunciation from the PA. So please let us know as a strike comes into Jessica, left fielder for the Cats. Now let's see, LaTanya and Christine checking in on the broadcast. Good morning, everybody, back in central Wisconsin and in Edgar, and places from all around. Swung on and missed as Jessica was late on the heater from Rhodes.
You know, Jason, our viewing audience is like pit bulls worldwide, so good morning to all of our different folks in different time zones as well. Like Mr. Maves out in Seattle, good morning. Mr.
Worldwide. Here's the 0-2 from Rhodes. This one is bounced foul right into the Wildcats dugout, or just off the, I guess it's partial. It's the fence is a half wall in front of that dugout. That one off of the half wall, as they say. That's a hockey term, too.
Where's the other half of the wall is my question.
Missing. Or they used it for the other dugout.
Times are tough for everybody. Got to make the resources go around. I get it.
Spread thin. Here's the 0-2 from Rhodes, and swinging. That pitch came from above the eyes. It is strikeout number 4 for Dalen Rhodes.
I'll tell you, one of the things that Dalen Rhodes does a really nice job of, Jason, that you can see early, is she does a great job of mixing that pitch high and low. She's changing the hitter's eye levels on where her ball is coming across the plate.
Kendall Lindalke now steps in, batting 8th in this Coach Brown and Brown Edgar Wildcat lineup. Third baseman batting 122 on the year. And swung on and missed by Dalkey. And I think Paul said it right. It seems like through the first inning and a half, this is shaping up for a pitcher's duel here. And maybe we should have thought that to begin with if we weren't. I think we were. The 0-1 from Rhodes, and outside corner for strike 2.
I'll tell you, Jed Block behind the plate has been very consistent with that low outside strike call today. It's time for the hitters to start to go ahead and to make that adjustment. Whether it's the lefties, it's low inside. Whether it's the righties, it's low outside. But very consistent zone so far.
The 0-2 from Rhodes. That one is high. Gets past Gordon. Nobody on, so no harm, no foul. And we do have the pronunciation, Jessica Muha.
Muha.
So thank you very much. It's what we do here. We all have to work together. Us and the audience, everybody works together to make this a quality broadcast.
Like Buster Rhymes. Muha, Muha.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And trying the outside with Rhodes. Missed low. And maybe just a bit too far outside anyway. So count even now at 2 apiece with 2 outs in the inning. Again, Erickson swinging strikeout. Muha is swinging strikeout, and there are 2 away here. Top of the second for the Wildcats. The 8-hitter Kendall and Dulkey will stand in and see the 2-2 from Rhodes right now, and swung on and missed. Rhodes strikes out the side, all swinging strikeouts. Erickson, Muha, Dulkey go down in order. 5 strikouts today for Dalen Rhodes. Bottom of the second coming up. Swenson, Larson, and Rhodes when we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports. A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side.
As we come back here to Goodman Diamond in Madison, Hayden Swenson batting now, Haley Larson, and Dalen Rhodes.
Need more fun? You need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
There we go. So Hayden Swenson. And we're making sure everybody gets to know our sponsors here really well today. 2 balls, 1 strike to the DH, the 5-hitter, Hayden Swenson. 1 strikeout in that first inning for Michaela Workus. And this one is bounced right to first and through the wickets. It's going to be an error on Leah Davis. It was a hard hit ball, but the E3 will put a leadoff base runner on for the Eagles as we start play in the top of the second inning.
That took a really weird in-between hop. Leah Davis got caught backpedaling to get herself back to first base, but that ball kind of came and just took a weird little dive at the end, and unfortunately scooted right between her legs.
Okay, so we will get a pinch runner for the designated hitter. This is number 20, Shelby Marks. Shelby, a junior, coming in, and she will run for the DH Larson. And as that transaction is happening, we'll tell you Fleet Farm is the official store of Dad. Pick up gifts that are on every dad's list. Check out our huge selection of fishing and hunting gear, tools, auto supplies, grills, camping and boating gear, plus apparel. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. And a throw down on the first pitch to Haley Larson, and she is gunned down by Morgan Strevler. Caught stealing is the pinch runner. And there's 1 away in the inning.
Morgan Strevler says to her teammate Leah Davis, "Don't worry, I'll pick you up." Makes a great throw, second base side, slaps the tag on for the first out of the inning.
And again, that was Shelby Marks pinch hitting, taken off, and the pitch missed from Workus. But you're right, Strevler picking up team. It's a team sport, and the error now, runner erased. 1 ball, 1 strike to the left fielder Larson. Larson hits this one softly into right field. Coming on, making the catch. Easy can of corn, Macy Yonker for the second out of the inning.
Really a nice job. You know, we talked a little bit about playing in Goodman softball complex. This is a little bit bigger field than what a typical high school field is. You got a little bit more foul territory. It's a little deeper in the alleys. So it really a nice play by the right fielder, making a routine play look routine.
So Yonker collects the second out of the inning. Now the pitcher Dalen Rhodes, as the smattering of sprinkles begin again, as this one is ripped foul off the fence down the right field line for strike 1. See who else we have here. Bryce, Ellie, Shelly, Katie. The Bornheimers are watching. All right. The 0-1 is in there for strike 2. That one off speed pitch. Hits for Workus.
Nice little changeup from Workus. Went ahead and painted the outside corner with that. Kept the little off speed pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes. Quickly now to the pitcher. And that one just missed. That one just missed the black. And Rhodes sees ball 1. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes as Michaela Workus again with 1 strikeout here through 1 2/3. And looking to sit down her counterpart, Rhodes. And Rhodes, though, will slap this one up the right field line and foul.
The mark of a great pitcher, Jason, is to understand where the umpire's zone is continuing to work it. If you think about what Michaela just did there, she got up 0-2. Now she's just trying to push that outside zone. We know that that Jeb Block has called that outside pitch, so she's going ahead and trying to work that corner, seeing how far out she can come with it. It's really a smart, understated softball play.
See if she tests the outside corner here again. She does and just misses, but everything has been away from Rhodes. Rhodes able to hit that first pitch and now the second to last pitch. Take those fouled on the right field line, and they continue to pitch Rhodes away. The left-handed Workus has a kind of a natural delivery towards that outside corner. Now the 2-2 coming back, and this one is ripped into left field, and that's going to get down. It's going to be extra bases for Dalen Rhodes. She turns as the ball rolls to the wall, and it's a 2-out double for Dalen Rhodes as Workus came back inside. Rhodes ripped it to the wall in left field, a 2-out double.
And that's why you go ahead and keep it outside. Outside. She went ahead and reached out and got that, just pulled it right down the third base line, over the third baseman's head, just dropped on the line and went ahead and loaded her to second base.
Okay, so the 2-out double, we get a courtesy runner, and courtesy runner is number 16, Madeline Grabrandt, a freshman for Coach Jason Gordon and these Barneveld Eagles. So some 2-out noise made by Barneveld here in the bottom of the second, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Zoe Schmitz. Schmitz now with a runner in scoring position, bats 185 on the year and has 2 RBI. She's 10 for 47 on the season. As I don't know, did Workus get a warm-up pitch there, or we're just getting a new ball maybe? So again, there's been some moisture. Maybe that ball rolled in that outfield grass and has asked for a new ball. That's perhaps what it was. As Schmitz stands in, first pitch swinging, hits it to straightaway center, playable, and under it is Lipinski. And just like the first inning, the Wildcats give up a 2-out base runner. That base runner is left stranded, this time by the catch in center field by Carlin Lipinski for the final out of the inning. Each teams have batted 8. We have played 2 complete, scoreless from Goodman Diamond. Back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. Top of the third inning here from Goodman Diamond in Madison. It's the 9-hitter Carlin Lipinski for the Wildcats to lead off. Then back to the top of the order, Michaela Workus and Macy Yonker all due up for the Cats here as we begin play. Top of the third inning. We're, 28 minutes into the game. A relatively fast inning. As I said, going to commercial. Both teams have batted 8. Both teams have had a base runner, a couple for Barneveld, but here we are, no score as we begin playing the top of the third inning. This is Dalen Rhodes again pitching as she has in the circle, now beginning her third inning of work. Lipinski coming into today's state semifinal, batting .246 on the season, and swinging late over the top of the Rhodes first offering.
Dalen Rhodes really does a nice job, again, of keeping that ball low. That first pitch has typically been low. It's been forcing a lot of ground balls. Edgar has yet to really square one up in this game. Well, and attempting to square is Lipinski on the bunt. She bunts through it. And now no balls and 2 strikes as Coach Kevin Brown, after that bunt miss, took a walk backwards and recalibrate. It's interesting. Edgar's got 3 left-handed hitters, but I would say none of them are really a slapper like we've seen some of the other lefties in this ballgame.
Swing and a miss from Lipinski, and there is one away. That is strikeout number 6 for Dalen Rhodes. She has struck out 6 of the first 9 Wildcat batters. Put another way, she's seen the order once, and she struck out 2/3 of them. So top of the order in Michaela Workus. Workus, one of those strikeout victims. And Workus, Yonker, Erickson, Muha, Dahlke, and Lipinski have all succumbed to the strikeout from Dalen Rhodes, and now Workus is hit by the pitch as she stands in the left-hand batter's box, and inside corner went a little bit too inside for Dalen Rhodes, and a one-out base runner for the Cats. And there would be no courtesy runner for Workus. So atypical for Wisconsin softball, leaving the pitcher out there to run. It's not unheard of, but it is
I think Coach
different.
I think Coach Brown's biggest concern was making sure that his pitcher was okay, as you know, obviously getting hit in that throwing arm could always be a little bit advantageous.
And bunt shown by Yonker. She misses it. Workus on the steal and is in. And thankfully, Workus with wheels down there gets the stolen base, because that was supposed to be a sac bunt that was missed.
I'll tell you what, the wheels that Michaela Workus has, you can easily understand why we don't get the courtesy runner for the pitcher. Michaela can fly.
All right, that's that equation has been solved. Or my missing equation anyway, as I was going through my algebraic math here in the morning. Now it's been solved, and bunt is laid down by Yonker and bunted down the third baseline, and then it does get the job done as it pushes Workus to third on the sac bunt. So the sac bunt actually works eventually. It actually pushes Workus to third, but it is a 2-out scenario now. Runner on third is Workus, and with 3 outs, the catcher Morgan Strevler.
Well, so where that's been important is we know that the pitcher likes to go ahead and work at high-low. Perhaps one gets past the catcher, and Edgar's able to manufacture a run that direction.
Just one station closer to scoring is the answer there, and this one is hit and right off the fence on the third or the first base grandstands. Those of you that listened to our broadcast yesterday, there's an ice cream truck just right over the top of the fence over the first base grandstand, and that was peppered with softballs all day yesterday. That one right in the top row of that grandstand stays in the park.
We only had one ball that got near us yesterday, Jason, and that fan in the crowd
there.
looked very much like you did, where he just turned and ran the other direction. They wanted nothing to do with fielding that ball.
Paul is a liar. As I was out of my chair, I was the first one up in the entire stadium trying to track that ball down. Liar. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here it is. And hits the top of the zone for strike 2 to Strevler. 1 ball, 2 strike.
I will confirm that Jason was the first one up. However, he was pushing the women and children out of the way as he was running away from it. So just to make sure that we paint that picture accurately, that's what happened.
George Costanza has got nothing on me. 377 this year is Strevler batting. Here's the 1-2 with 2 outs. Misses high. And again, Rhodes has done a great job of mixing locations. Inside, outside, up, down, and through. Now, this is the 12th batter faced. She struck out half of the batter she's faced, mostly due to the really nice location mixes that she has thrown. Here's the 2-2 coming back. Off-speed pitch. It's a drop third strike. The throw down will be in time. And strikeout number 7 for Dalen Rhodes. And that strikeout brings the inning to an end. It leaves Workus stranded on third, and the Wildcats held scoreless here into the third inning. Bottom of the third coming up, 9-1-2 for the Eagles right after this on Zaleski Sports. Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118. bottom of the third inning is upon us. Anessa Schmitz, Emma Gordon, and Isabella Sullivan as, again, the Barneveld Eagles go 9-12 in the order, and the Barneveld Eagle is standing yet, as he has been, or it has been, for the entire game, right next to the third base dugout where the Eagles have called home here for this game. They are the home team here in the bottom of the third inning, and Anessa Schmitz swings on and misses on the first offering from Workus.
You know, we just played the Scotty's Pizza ad. We could have used Scotty's Pizza last night. A little better customer service, a little better food than what we had last night.
Yeah, I'll tell more about that as bunt is shown, pulled back, and in time for ball one. Yeah, I mean, so Scotty's Pizza, I mean, it's a premier pizza place in the entire central Wisconsin area. And where we went last night would rank last in any place I've ever been, as the bunt there is bunted and rolled up the first base line, but rolls foul, and 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the center fielder, Schmitz.
I would have traded last night's pizza for a Chips hamburger any day of the week as well. It was quite the experience. But you know what? When you're eating at 11:30 at night, they say beggars can't be choosers. So
the pizza was fair. The service was the equivalent of a, I don't know, say I went onto the left field foul territory and I dug up a patch of grass and ate that. That was kind of like the service that we got last night, eating a patch of grass from Goodman Diamond's left field foul territory.
I can say that the company was the best portion of the meal, so I will say that in terms of where it goes. Umpires, by the way, taking a look to see if she was out of the box. So there was a question about whether she was in or out of the box. Umpire calls it safe that she made contact in the box, so the at-bat continues. So
the 1-2 is going to be fouled into the Barneveld side of the grandstands and caught by another. Okay, so it's been beard and balls all game yesterday. Now today, another bearded fella with a nice, this time seated catch in that third base grandstands.
So those of you listening, that is a Durst that just went ahead and caught that ball. That is the father of Isabel Durst for our Barneveld fans. Isabel and my daughter Jordan play together at AU.
The 1-2 is hit off of Workus, and the throw is late, and that'll be an infield single for Anessa Schmitz. As on the hop, Workus went off for her glove. It rolled over to Erickson at second, and by the time all that happened, it's an infield base hit for Anessa Schmitz.
So leadoff runner here on base for Barneveld in the bottom of the third inning. We'll see if coach gets aggressive trying to go ahead and take a base to manufacture runs, or at the top of the lineup up, does he just go ahead and trust the order?
I wouldn't blame him if he sends Schmitz on the move, as scoring has not happened yet. Emma Gordon now in, and Gordon will bunt and pushes it foul up the first base line. So there's your answer, the sack bunt, or if you want to even call it a hit and run in that case, it could equal either, but Gordon, the right-handed batter, pushed the bunt and pushed it foul up the first base line. We'll come back into the box now and see another pitch from Michaela Workus. The corners are in for the Wildcats. Dahlke playing third in. This one bunted foul as both she and Davis come crashing in on the pitch. Now with no balls, 2 strikes, the bunt is likely been negated, and we'll be back to a regular batting style for Emma Gordon. Then nobody out. Runner on first is Schmitz. Infield single to lead off the inning. Here's the 0-2 from Workus. Strike 3 called. Workus with the MVP black.
Workus decided that she'll go ahead and take care of the leadoff hitter again. Once again, picking up a teammate, taking care of that infield single. So runner still on first, but that's an important out as the leadoff hitter is retired on a strikeout looking.
Now the left-handed batting Isabella Sullivan comes on. Runner at first remains Anessa Schmitz. And the corners are again in for the Wildcats. Bunt is shown. Workus will field it. Looks at second, fires to first for the second out of the inning. So the bunt does push Schmitz into scoring territory. And just like the Wildcats' third inning, scoring position, though, with 2 outs.
So that's the second bunt in this game for Isabella Sullivan. I think that's kind of she's a slap bunter would be what my general guess or impression would be. What you find with it was with 2 talented pitchers that can spin it the way that they do and change heights, it's tough to bunt.
Isabel Leahy, right fielder, batting in the 3 spot now with 2 outs. As she comes into the state tournament, sees a ball on pitch number 1, batting .391, has 20 runs batted in on the season, so a runner in scoring position is Schmitz, as this game searches for its first run, this state semifinal. Another one hit foul, and this is going to go out of play and beyond the grandstands down the right field line. Winner here plays Assumption tomorrow, 8 a.m. for a state championship.
we see that a lot when teams play Assumption and Ava Schill. It's very hard to get a bunt down. It's very hard to position that bunt when it is put in play.
Here's the 1-1 from Workus. This one is hit into right center field and caught on the run. A basket catch caught by Macy Yonker. I didn't know she was going to get there, Paul. Before we go to commercial, give us the color and what you just saw there.
Macy Yonker from right field made a great jump on a ball that was tailing towards her, but hit towards center field and came with it. Yonker came over, had a basket grab, went ahead sure-handed. That saves a run for sure. Huge play in this ball game. Great catch.
As the inning comes to an end, as another base runner stranded for the Eagles. They have had a base runner stranded in each of the first 3 innings. We are scoreless through 3. Borkert, Davis, and Erickson coming up when we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Reagan Borkert, Leah Davis, Ashley Erickson due up for the Wildcats as we are set to begin the top of the 4th inning. Still no score here from Goodman Diamond. Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Dalen Rhodes, first pitch, hits the inside corner for strike 1 to Reagan Borkert. Again, Borkert, Davis, and Erickson all due up for the Wildcats here. Right in the meat of the order, 4:56 as they say in the business. And Borkert, another one, hits the inside black, and Dalen Rhodes really has it dialed up.
Yeah, Jason, just finishing the side thought on that catch. Being a college softball park, it's a little bit bigger than a high school park. 218 in the alleys, 225 to center, 200 down the lines. Really just an outstanding play to save a run that inning.
Yeah, Macy Yonker saved the run, and Dalen Rhodes has now racked up her 8th strikeout as Borkert strikes out swinging, 1 up or 1 down here in the top of the 4th.
In last night's contest, Ava Schill from Assumption struck out 15. I didn't know if we were going to see a mark surpass that or not, in especially this state tournament. But Delaney Rhodes is on that pace to go ahead and say, I see your 15 and I'm going to raise you 1.
So Leah Davis, left-handed batting third baseman, flew out to left field her first time up and watches that one go outside. Rhodes with the heater misses wide. Yeah, should Edgar, go ahead and win this game, and again, we've got no score here, top of the 4th. They're just thinking ahead a little bit for storylines, right? 2 Merriwood South teams in a state championship. It's certainly happened before, but it would be something special if it happens again tomorrow.
Again, I think speaking to the depth and the power of that particular conference, seems like they always put teams at state. Seems like you're always battle tested when you get here.
2 balls, no strikes. Here it is from Rhodes. And that one high and away. 3 straight balls now after she struck out Borkert on a very, very good pitch sequence to start the at-bat. Now has lost Davis, fallen behind anyway. 3 balls and no strikes. Yeah, you think of, Assumption basketball, Stratford baseball, Stratford football, Edgar football, wrestling, so on and so on and so on. As a strike called there, and just state champion after state champion after state champion. The Merriwood South is certainly known statewide, and one already from the Merriwood South is in tomorrow's Division 5 state championship game. Here's the 3-1, and that one misses. It's a 5-pitch walk to Leah Davis with 1 out, a runner on first for the Wildcats. Brings up the second baseman, Ashley Erickson.
Yeah, Jason, when you talk about Coach Sins and what he's built over in Edgar with his football program, I'm not sure there's a better football program in the state than what Edgar football, is year in, year out. They play the right way. They play hard. And again, it's awesome to see all of the success that Edgar is having in the multiple sports. This particular group of young ladies has been so talented. Sectional in volleyball, sectional in basketball, and now breaking through to the state tournament here.
First pitch to Erickson is missed high and away for a ball. We got some shout-outs to catch up on, and maybe I've replayed some of these, but Alec, Michelle, and Michelle, 2 Michelles, Tammy, Margaret, And LaTanya again cheering from back in central Wisconsin. That one, an off-speed pitch that hits the zone for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike now, again to the second baseman, Ashley Erickson. Yeah, Michelle Murkowski, Michelle Kraft. And there's probably some other Michelles that are out there. They just haven't commented in our chat box, but do so, and we will we'll help you out. This one grounded softly up the first base line, playable, and taking it on the bag at first, Nicole Fahey will take it herself for the second out of the inning.
Jason, you can tell it's getting to be a little bit later in the morning. The Assumption Royals are in the stands, in the crowd, going ahead and looking in on it. Well, not sure Anna Schooley looks like she's super excited to be here yet, but, again, still here watching it, taking a look at it, which is good.
Could there have been a dance party in the hotel room last night somehow, some way? Maybe.
When you're playing for a state championship, I think there should be at least some tic-tocking going on.
With no game today, you can rest all day for the rest of the day. Here is Jessica Muha, the left fielder, and Muha sees a ball, and the first offering of the at-bat from Rhodes. Muha, a strikeout victim. Again, one of the 8 strikeouts hurled by Dalen Rhodes here in this game, as Rhodes again will toe the slab. The right-handed pitching Rhodes now fires, and Muha fouls it straight back. Count even, 1 apiece.
From a dance craze, it's got to be, what is it, a couple of years ago when we had the Teach Me How to Dougie, and then the Badger down here.
More than a couple of years ago.
Well, again, that's about my genre. That's about as cool as I am. Whatever that 90s craze is about where I live, Jason, just so you're aware. So,
thank you. 1 ball, 1 strike to Muha. Off-speed pitch that misses high. Diane messages in, says it's not Macy, it's Michaela Workus. I've called her Michaela the whole time, and I apologize, Diane, if somebody let a Macy slip, but yeah, everybody knows it's Michaela. But thanks for watching, or listening, Diane. Again, that's an old tape that I can't get rid of. Here's the 2-1, and off. Well, that was strike 3. Yes, no? No, okay, so it was a swing and a miss by Muha. She walked back to the dugout. It was just strike 2, and so Muha will come back into the box now and see a 2-2 pitch from Dalen Rhodes.
Perhaps there's some confusion because Macy Yonker made the great play to end last inning, but of course Michaela Workus is pitcher.
Okay. Yep, 2-2 now to Muha, and that one just misses low. Again, the runner on second is Davis. 2 outs in the inning, and a full count pitch coming up next to Muha, and Muha trying to move Davis around the bases. Muha batting .318 coming into today's game and 12 RBI in the season. Dalen Rhodes looks in, now fires, and this one is grounded foul. It bounced off the plate as Executive Director Stephanie Hauser is in attendance here this morning. Gives us a friendly wave from the concourse level.
Stephanie Hauser, of course, proud mom of our very own Sam Hauser in Wisconsin, who from Stevens Point High School playing for an NBA championship.
Full count from Rhodes. Here it is. This one is grounded softly on the infield, rolled over to Marks at short. The throw across is in time for the final out of the inning. It was a slow roller that Marks did well to charge, makes the throw over and retires Muha to end the inning. The Wildcats strand another one. We have played 3.5, still scoreless from Goodman Diamond on Zaleski Sports.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 17 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can get you rolling again. Sherrill Tire and Service Center is your locally owned commercial and farm tire specialist. Find us at SherrillTire.com.
Hi, back here to Goodman Diamond, Nicole Fahey, Hayden Swenson, and Haley Larson. 4, 5, 6 for the Eagles. And again, these two teams have went identical through the batting order here through these now first 4 innings, as Fahey, the 4-hitter, leads off. It was Borkert, the 4-hitter, leading off for the Wildcats in that 4th inning. They have went batter for batter identical through each other's lineup here through the first 3.5 innings. Now playing in the bottom of the 4th, Workus, the left-hander, fires. That one fouled back, and it's no balls, 2 strikes now to the first baseman, Nicole Fahey.
Here's an interesting anomaly about her being a first baseman. She's got 20 RBIs on the year and has not scored a run.
That is really tough to do. I happen to think that's a misprint just by the look of it. I can't believe that.
She had the pinch runner for her.
She's being ran for every time.
She had the pinch runner for her the first time, but that's a really unusual stat. So again, hitting 348 in the year with 20 RBIs, having a great season, but has not scored a run if that's accurate.
You don't get to touch the plate. Well, it's not fun. Here's the 1-2. This one bounced. Workus, a leaping grab in the circle, flips over to Davis, and 1 up, 1 down.
Again, for those of you that are just listening at home, it sounds like that's just a ball hit back to Michaela Workus, but she goes ahead and has full extension and saves that. If she doesn't get that, Jason, that's an infield single or perhaps trickles into the middle, and you're even looking at a double. An outstanding play by Michaela Workus, making the unordinary look ordinary.
Now the designated hitter, the 5-hitter, Hayden Swenson, and strike 1 to her. Hayden Swenson. Make sure we get this right. Swenson walked and was caught stealing back in the second inning. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Swenson, batting .343 on the season. 12 RBI, 4 runs, so the DH must be run for a lot as well for Barneveld. Not letting their hitters come around and score, that just seems cruel. It's fun touching the plate, isn't it?
Maybe Coach Rhodes has got some speed on the base pad or speed on the bench that he's trying to go ahead and utilize.
Yeah, that's fair. You play to win the game. Herm Edwards. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Hayden Swenson. Workus delivers. This one fouled and nearly right back to us. I don't know, Paul, that if it had the right spin, it hit the top of the net. It was about 2 inches from coming over the net, and it would have been right towards Paul's head.
The good news is I'm a very sure-handed announcer. I would have gone ahead and saved you, Jason. Unlike you, I wouldn't have ran. It would have been fine. So.
The 1-2 again from Workus. This one is ripped foul up the right field line.
That's a hard hit ball down the first base line. Thankfully for Edgar, that went ahead and just drifted foul. But a really nice job keeping her hands in and trying to take that down the right field line.
Again, playing here, top of the 4th inning. Goodman Diamond in Madison, home of the Wisconsin Badgers softball team, right on the campus of University of Wisconsin-Madison. Here's the 1-2 and high, count even now at 2 apiece.
One of the things that Michaela has done a really good job of today is pounding the zone with that first pitch strike. She's been able to work ahead of the count, which has allowed her to change direction and to touch to the outside corner.
Now the 2-2 and another one left high. The count is now run full on the DH, Hayden Swenson. Now let's see here, Jim. You know Jim Burton? Jim Burton's talking trash to you, whoever he is. R.I.P. Crafty watching. I don't believe that's the real name. This one is going to be bounced back up the middle. It's a 1-out base hit for Hayden Swenson. Gets the 2-hopper to work its way into the grass in center field.
Really a nice job with a single up the middle, going ahead and kind of hitting that gap between the pitcher and the shortstop, putting that ball in the grass, getting Barneveld an important runner with 1 out.
Left fielder now, Haley Larson. Yeah, we were talking about the team speed for Barneveld, and Jim says maybe the hitters have your speed, and that's why they're being run for. It's definitely possible. It's swing and a miss by Larson. No balls and a strike.
Fleet of foot I am not. If that's not a well-known fact, I can confirm.
Left-handed pitching Workus delivers the 0-1 and bunt shown and pulled back. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'm wiry though, Jason. That's the key. You got to be wiry. So. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here as we're in the bottom of the 4th, runner on first base.
Bunt shown, bunted foul up the first base line. So there's been 2. It was Isabella Sullivan for Barneveld. She had 2 successful bunts. Everyone else on the team has not been able to lay down a bunt, but they have called for the bunt a lot.
I'm telling you, Jason, it's really tough when you get a pitcher like Michaela Workus that's put such great spin on it and changes height to go ahead and get that bunt down. It's just tough to put the ball in play against a good pitcher.
The 1-2, she tries the outside corner and misses. Now the count even at 2 apiece. Haley Larson flew out to Macy Yonker, not to be confused with Michaela Workus, back in that second inning. Now Larson on the 2-2. This one, and over to short. It was a hit and run, and Borkert had vacated her shortstop position to go cover the bag at second, and the ball hit right in that spot.
That was executed to perfection by Barneveld. Went ahead and put the hit and run on. It drew Reagan Borkert out of her 6 hole, and again, the batter was just able to hit it right where Borkert is. Without the hit and run, it's possibly maybe 6-4-3. With the hit and run, now we've got runners on first and second, 1 out.
Kevin Brown's going to come out and talk to his infield as the Wildcats meet in the circle, as Coach Brown wants to prevent what the Barneveld Eagles are building here, which is runners on first and second with just one out, and Dalen Rhodes coming to plate, which is more likely what Coach Brown is talking about, as back in the second inning, Dalen Rhodes ripped a double to the left field wall.
You know, Jason, you can tell. I think that's a good conference by Coach Brown. Runs are going to be at such a premium in this game where one might be enough for either team.
Yeah.
So with runners on first and second, only one out, making sure your defense is set, understanding how we want to pitch Delaney Rhodes, I think it's a very smart timeout or conference by Coach Brown.
So the pitcher, Dalen Rhodes, with one runner in scoring position, 2 on. And the first pitch comes on that outside third to strike. They had pitched Rhodes outside that entire first at-bat back in the second inning, except that two-strike pitch came inside, and she pulled it right to the left field wall. Here's the 0-1 from Workus. Again, stays outside, swung on and missed by Rhodes, and she's down, no balls, 2 strikes.
To Michaela's credit, she's rearing back and really challenging Delaney Rhodes. She painted the outside corner for the first pitch strike, and that time just threw the fastball past her.
The 0-2 coming back, swung on and missed, and Rhodes goes down swinging. A big out for the Wildcats, the second out of the inning.
When I say Michaela Workus is impressive, for those of you listening at home, she's impressive. 3 pitches, went ahead and attacked one of Barneveld's better hitters and just said, hey, here's my best stuff, can you hit it? And the answer was nope.
Yeah, it was 3 fireballs launched by Workus. That's what Coach Brown said. Just spin it in there, kid, as fast as you can. As Zoe Schmitz steps in and sees a ball from Workus. Now the 1-0. Swung on, hit back up the middle. This has got a chance to score a run as Swenson rounds third, and it's going to be a 2-out RBI for Zoe Schmitz, and the Eagles take a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning.
To the Barneveld faithful, as you can hear, I hope you can hear at home, the crowd is going nuts. They understand how big of a run it is and how rare it is to see Michaela Workus give up a run. So again, a nice job of hitting with 2 outs, putting that runner in base. Edgar finds himself down 1-0.
So the 9-hitter, the center fielder, Anessa Schmitz, now looking to keep the inning alive. She swings at the first pitch. That rolls into center field. Larson being waved around. The throw comes home. It's late. The throw down to third is late. Everybody's safe. Runners on second and third, and it's 2-0 Eagles.
Well, a really nice job on the base pass that time by the Eagles, going ahead and not only advancing to score the run off the single, but then going ahead and taking the extra base as the throw came home, taking third base, and then being aware from first base, going ahead and taking it. The bottom 8 and 9 of the order going ahead and updating. The bottom 8 and 9 of the order going ahead and updating.
Okay, so 2-0 Eagles on back-to-back pitches from Workus, back-to-back ground balls hitting to center field as they both came through. That one pitch there, as we go back to the top of the order, Emma Gordon, who is the 7th batter of the inning, and Gordon hits that one foul right off the lid of Morgan Strevler, and our home plate umpire will come and dust off the plate and give Morgan a chance to collect herself. She's okay. 2 outs in the inning. Wildcats trying to get back in the dugout. They have given up 2 run-scoring base hits with 2 outs, and Workus, the outside, is not there. 1 ball, 1 strike, but back-to-back RBI base hits from the 8 and 9 hitters for the Eagles, 2-0.
You know, Jason, you talk about the importance of needing to get contributions from everybody. That's 8 and 9 hitters that are driving important RBIs in this game.
Pitch high from Workus, 2 balls and a strike. Yep. Back Emma Gordon, a little pop out to second base in the first inning, and then a strikeout in the third. But Wildcats, as you said, Paul, just need to bear down here and see about this third out. That one misses, and 3 balls and a strike with first base open to Emma Gordon.
How many strikeouts does Michaela have in this game?
3 strikeouts for Michaela Workus so far, looking for number 4 here, but she's going to have to come back as she's down in the count, 3-1 to the catcher Gordon. Here's the 3-1 from Workus, and check swing, she went, and the count is now full.
If I'm not mistaken, Michaela got Gordon looking last time. It'd be great to go ahead and get her again to end the inning and get out of it with only the 2 runs of damage.
With 2 in scoring position, that would be the goal here. The full count pitch, and it's a walk issued to Gordon. The bases are now loaded of Eagles, and the third baseman, Isabella Sullivan, who's bunted both at-bats, will now come up and likely be called on to slap this ball.
Would that be a flock of Eagles? What do we call 3 Eagles on base paths?
America. Hotel California. I don't know. It's the first pitch, and it is swung on by Sullivan. No bunt this time.
I would say take it easy on the Eagle jokes. So.
Well, I am not standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona.
It's such a fine sight, you see.
Goodman Diamond instead, and pitch number 2 misses, and the count even 1 apiece. Again, bases loaded here. The Eagles have pushed across 2 RBI singles from Zoe Schmitz and Anessa Schmitz. They are both on base, and that pitch misses away. 2 balls and a strike now to the third baseman Sullivan.
I guess that's just life in the fast lane, but we'll see if...
Here's the 2-1. Strike called, count even now, 2 apiece, and the Wildcats and Workus 1 strike away from getting back in the dugout.
This is a huge at-bat, a huge strikeout, a huge out to get for Edgar, going ahead and keeping it to 2. Words cannot describe how important this is.
The 2-2 misses inside, now full count, and Workus has got to come straight across the plate. And as she gets the ball back from Strevler, gets an intermit, and head down looks a little dejected right now. Runners will be on the move. Here's the full count. This one is hit into shallow left center field. It gets down. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. It's going to clear the bases. A 3 RBI single for Isabella Sullivan as that ball was hit softly into left center. It was a diving attempt out there by Carlin Lipinski that came up empty. 5-0 Barneveld.
That's the advantage of being able to go ahead and put those runners in motion, Jason, is that a looping single was able to go ahead and score all 3 runs versus just maybe 1 or 2, which you normally would with 1 out or no outs if you weren't able to go ahead and run it through. So a nice piece of hitting from Barneveld, and now a 5-0 lead. Again, it's important for Edgar to go ahead and stop the bleeding, get themselves back in the dugout. They're going to have to get themselves on board.
It'll be the top of the 5th when the Wildcats do come up. 8-9-1 in the order for those looking ahead. But we still play here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 5 across for Barneveld in the inning and still batting. This is the 9th batter of the inning, the right fielder, Isabel Leahy. Leahy fouls back the first offering from Workus. Isabella Sullivan with the 3 RBI base hit just a moment ago stands at first. There are 2 outs still in the inning. All runs coming with 2 outs in the inning.
Nice.
This one hit softly on the infield. Workus calls for it, and Davis ran at it. She backs off, and the final out is recorded. A standing ovation from the Barneveld Eagles families, friends, and fans as we will hear from our friends at Little Sprouts. Be back for more softball after this on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Top of the 5th inning here from Goodman Diamond. Barneveld scores 5 in the 4th inning, and Edgar now looking for a comeback. As we begin play here, top of the 5th inning, and a pinch batter, Riley Mueller, coming in. She bats for Kendall and Dalkey here as we begin play top of the 5th inning with the Wildcats batting. And swung on and missed by Mueller. Count even now at 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, big thanks to everybody watching back at home or wherever you may be. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast today. Video highlights will be available of today's game a little bit later on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. We'll put together a whole highlight package for you of both games from yesterday. It was Horicon over Iola Scandinavia, Assumption besting Thorpe, and then today's game will be part of that 3-game highlight package again on Facebook at Zaleski Sports later this afternoon. The 1-2 and swung on and missed, and Mueller pinch hitting strikes out. It is strikeout number 9 today for Dalen Rhodes, and there's one away here in the top of the 5th inning. Carlin Lipinski now, center fielder. One of those 9 strikeouts was Lipinski back in the 3rd inning. But Rhodes has had it working today. First pitch misses high. 2 base runners in the 1st inning for Edgar, none in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 4th. That has been it. So efficient outing for Dalen Rhodes. And Wildcats looking to get something started. Behind is Lipinski on pitch number 2 of this at bat. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Goodman Diamond here at the campus of University of Wisconsin-Madison as Lipinski fouls it off, and that may have been a double doink off the helmet of the catcher Gordon, off our home plate umpire. Both are going to take a small lap behind home plate, and they both look at each other and nod in the affirmative that they're each good to go. Everybody feels good about it. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the center fielder Lipinski. Here's the 1-2. Outside for ball 2. The Wildcats looking for base runners. They trail by 5. They have not had a hit yet today. It's been all walks for the Wildcats, so looking for their first hit. It wouldn't be their first base runner as the count goes full. As I mentioned just a minute ago, 4 base runners in total for the Wildcats, but Strevler walked. Workus was hit by pitch. Davis walked and Borkert walked. So all walks are the base runners. Here's the full count. This one hit softly on the infield, left side, and Isabella Sullivan is there at third base for out number 2. A soft pop-up by Lipinski.
Michaela Workus now batting.
And back to the top of the order now, Michaela Workus. Can Jason name the artist who sang Life in the Fast Lane? We've been talking about the Eagles, so I think it's already been named. Left-handed batting, Michaela Workus. And Workus swings at the first pitch, and that through the wickets at second base. It's going to be an E4, and Workus, a 2-out base runner for the Wildcats. Sharply hit right at second base. Schmitz had it bounce right between her legs, and an error by Schmitz. Now the left-handed batting, Macy Yonker. Maybe this is the spark the Wildcats need. We play with 2 outs here, top of the 5th inning. Rhodes, pitch, swung on and missed. Yonker behind the heater from Rhodes. The 0-1 misses away. For those of you thinking it and thinking about saying it, yes, we will have tomorrow's 8 a.m. Division 5 state championship game live right here. Same format on this YouTube channel at Zaleski Sports. Here's the 1-1 from Rhodes. That one misses high and away. 2 balls and a strike now to Yonker. We've also got a full day, a full day of high school basketball today. And you say high school basketball. Yep. We've got summer high school basketball happening at both high schools in Marshfield as the 2-1 comes in for a strike count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the right fielder Yonker. We are broadcasting every game. I think we've got 12 games between today and tomorrow live on Zaleski Sports. You go to zaleskisports.com and click weekly schedule or click the basketball graphic. You watch high school basketball today. Teams from all over central Wisconsin and all over Wisconsin converging on Marshfield. The Mark Miller Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook Tournament. That begins at 11, and we'll have full video, play-by-play, the whole works from Columbus Catholic Gym today and tomorrow. The full count now to Yonker. Swung on and missed. for strike 3. Strikeout number 10 today for Dalen Rhodes, as that brings our inning to an end. A base runner for the Edgar Wildcats is Workus, and she is left stranded this time around here in the 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th coming up. You're watching state softball right here on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Cropping Central, conveniently located between Edgar and Stratford on County Road N, 715-352-2843. Let Cropping Central take care of your field plans, yield mapping, crop scouting, and crop protection, including hail insurance. Cropping Central, 715-352-2843, and visit them on County Road N, west of Edgar. All right, bottom of the 5th inning, Eagles come to bat. Nicole Fahey, Hayden Swenson, and Haley Larson 4, 5, 6 in the Eagles order. Again, if you've been away for a while and have just come back, Eagles scored 5 in that 4th inning, and a loud out. Nicole Fahey drives that ball to left field. It is caught out there by the left fielder Jessica Muha, but Muha, again, that left field fence is 200 feet, and that was hit about 187, so a loud out, but an out nonetheless for the Wildcats. One away now. The designated hitter is Hayden Swenson. And Swanson sees a strike come in from Workus. No balls and a strike to the DH. The walk to Swenson in the 2nd inning. She was later thrown out stealing, and then she was part of that 5-run 4th inning just an inning ago, as she had a base hit and then later driven in. She was driven in by Zoe Schmitz. Again, all 5 runs in that inning coming with 2 outs. The Eagles with 2-out magic in that 4th inning. 2 balls and a strike now to the DH, Swenson. Workus winds and delivers high for ball 3. The sprinkles from the early innings have subsided, and strike called. Full count now to Swenson, so now just overcast skies here in Madison, about 65 degrees. Humid, as you can imagine, with rain in and around the area. Again, it sprinkled on and off the first 3.5 innings. We're dry now. The full count misses high, and it's a 1-out walk issued to Swenson.
Swenson draws the 1-out walk, brings up the left fielder.
So left fielder now, Haley Larson. Larson flew out to right field back in the 2nd, singled and scored in the 4th. But the Wildcats looking for a quick inning here. Just get back in that dugout and keep working on getting base runners. And they'll need to do a better job than they have done to this point. Again, they've had 1 base runner on in the 5th, 4th, and 3rd innings. None in the 2nd, 2 in the 1st. The Wildcats will be looking for base runners when they come back in the 6th inning. This one is tapped foul up the 3rd baseline. And no balls, 2 strikes to the left fielder Larson. Again, 3-4-5 in the top of the 6th inning coming up for Edgar. The goal number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th is keep Barneveld at just the 5 runs. Here's the 0-2 Workus, misses high and away. And both pitchers have tempted batters with up and away, or generally just away pitches. Those were swung at in the early innings, but they have not been swung at in the last couple innings. Now the 1-2 from Workus. Outside, swung on and missed for strike 3. That was going to hit the black. It was a strikeout one way or another, and it was Larson swinging over the top of it. And the fourth strikeout today for Workus, 2 outs in the inning. And we look now to the pitcher, Dalen Rhodes. Again, the big double in the second inning, was left stranded. And then a strikeout in that fourth inning. Again, that was the second out. And we thought maybe the worm had turned there for the Wildcats. Momentum was back in their favor, as that was the second out. At the time when I called it, I thought that was a big out made. But again, the Eagles score 5 after that second out, which in that case last inning was a strikeout to Dalen Rhodes. Now Rhodes hits that one sharply, a foul, and off of the Edgar dugout. So ball and a strike now to Rhodes. Right-handed batter, but pulled that one straight right into the first base dugout of the Wildcats, or I'm sorry, on the roof of the first base dugout of the Wildcats. And another one fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes, as our trusty sidekick, Paul Jaglinski, has gone field side to practice his photography skills here in the 5th inning. Paul will be back with us as we begin action in the 6th inning. And you'll see some of those pictures later on, too, at ZaleskiSports.com. Here's the 1-2 from Workus, and that one hit foul off the screen right in front of us. And she stays alive. The count remains a ball and a strike to the pitcher, Rhodes. Dalen Rhodes, 10 strikeouts on the day from the circle. But batting now in the bottom of the 5th inning. Workus, long look in. Now ready, and the 1-2. This one is hit high on the infield. Borkert calls for it at short and has it for the final out of the inning. So a base runner is left stranded on the walk to Hayden Swenson, as that brings the inning to an end. So the Wildcats achieve goal 1, have a quick inning. Now they need to start working on goal 2, which is base runners, and that will come up right after this. Top of the 6th inning, just around the corner on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
All right, we come back here on the broadcast, top of the 6th inning. Just a couple of moments away. Again, it's Morgan Strevler, Reagan Borkert, and Leah Davis due up for the Wildcats. And as we get ready, we'll tell you that Central Door Solutions, serving all of Wisconsin with high-quality garage doors and accessories since 2004. And again, a big thanks to all of our sponsors who make this and all of our broadcasts possible all year round here at Zaleski Sports. And our ask of you earlier, even if you're not in the mood or the need of a garage door, is go to one of our sponsors and go on their social media, Facebook, Instagram, what have you. And all you got to do is just type in, "Thank you for Zaleski Sports." That's all you got to do. And I'm personally asking you to do that as a favor to me right now. And I hope that you do. It'd be a big help. You do that. Those folks feel appreciated. And more so, you do that. They feel appreciated, and they keep coming back. They keep coming back. We keep coming back. We keep coming back. You get free live sports all year round. So Strevler fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Again, over 1,000 live broadcasts every year on Zaleski Sports. Many, many more highlights. You all enjoy our video highlights on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You read about the games, game recaps at ZaleskiSports.com, and all of that due to our great sponsors that we have around that make sure that we're allowed to come here and take care of the cost it takes to run this whole ship. And the co-captain is back, Paul Jaglinski, back from his photography mission, as a second ball now thrown. 2 balls and a strike is the count to Strevler. Welcome back, Paul.
You know, Jason, when you get down on the field level, you really get a sense for how great of a crowd and how into the game the crowd is today.
2 balls and a strike as Rhodes fires to Strevler, and strike 2. Yeah, as you went down there, the Barneveld Eagles erupted in a school cheer. I just figured they were cheering you arriving down on the field. They were loud and raucous, and why shouldn't they have been? Their Eagles had just scored 5. Here's the 2-2 now. Rhodes to Strevler. high for ball 3. Full count now. And Paul, I was telling the audience while you were down on your photography mission, your photography side trip, right? A little cruise you had down there. Wildcats need base runners, and it's got to start right here, right now.
Yeah, unless you're going to hit home runs, it's tough to score with nobody on base. That is definitely the case.
Full count. This one is going to be ripped to right. That's going to get down, so a leadoff base runner, and Morgan Strevler gets the job done. The Wildcats have a base runner on here in the 6th inning.
Exactly what the doctor ordered for Edgar is, you get a runner on base and hopefully you get some momentum. We talk about hitting being contagious. One of those deals where Edgar needs to go ahead and catch it. They just need runners and consistently find a way to put on. How many strikeouts now is it on the day for
Rhodes?
For Rhodes.
10. 10, yeah.
We talked about that last night with Schill for those that listen to the Assumption broadcast with 15 strikeouts. Those 10 strikeouts are just important. There are 10 less opportunities that your fielders have to make plays. So Edgar really needs to do a better job right now of trying to put the ball in play.
And that mental frustration of not being able to hit that pitcher, in this case, Rhodes. First pitch swinging, Borkert rips it foul. A loud foul by Reagan Borkert up the right field line. But it lands firmly in foul territory. But some oohs and ahs let rip from the Edgar folks who are on that same side of the field, this right field side. But Borkert and maybe the Wildcats have learned now as they're in their 3rd trip through the order. No balls and a strike to the shortstop, Borkert. Here it is. Swung on and missed a big swing. Reagan was swinging for the fences.
Yeah, you can understand why Reagan would want to go ahead and do that. Like I said, she's such a powerful hitter and such a good athlete. She wants to go ahead and make a play to put her team back in this game, but it's really important now that she does not strike out, that she puts this ball in play and forces Barneveld to make a play, try to get Edgar another base runner.
Behind in the count is Borkert. No balls, 2 strikes on 2 foul balls in the first 2 offerings from Rhodes. And the 0-2 swung on and missed. Strikeout number 11 for Dalen Rhodes. Go ahead, Paul.
As you look out at the board, Jason, one of the things that's just eerie that you don't realize in addition to the 11 strikeouts, Edgar's got only just that 1 hit as well. So,
which just happened a moment ago.
Correct.
Yeah. Left-handed batting, Leah Davis now steps in. And Davis sees a strike come in from Rhodes. Davis on the day, fly out to left field in the 1st inning. Walked and left stranded as the solo base runner for the Wildcats in the 4th inning.
We knew runs were going to be at a premium. It felt like maybe in that 1st inning when Edgar had a couple cats on base that maybe that's a missed opportunity that looms large now.
Literal Cat says this one is going to get away from Gordon. The pass ball will put Strevler in scoring position on second base.
Well, that's a huge break for Edgar. Now they get a runner in scoring position. We'll see if Leah Davis can go ahead and find a way to get a ball into the outfield and knock her in.
So Strevler stands at second. Davis was at second in the 4th inning. Strevler also reached second base in that 1st inning, but again, all Wildcat runners have been stranded here thus far and swung on and missed for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Davis chased the high heat from Rhodes.
Again, both pitchers have done a good job getting themselves ahead in the count. That allows them to work at different eye levels, inside, outside corners. Just really an impressive performance by both pitchers in this game.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch stays high out of the zone. Count even at 2 apiece. Again, Davis coming in on the season, batting .328, does have 15 runs batted in. Wildcats would like to see some momentum. You've got a little bit. You got a tiny spark at second base, but looking for more than that. Off-speed pitch and ducked under by Davis. She gets out of the way, and the count is now full.
Possibly looking ahead, Jason, if you do get a Barneveld Assumption game for a state title, those 2 schools have done that a few times, mostly in the basketball court, but they've definitely had a history of playing for a ball.
Okay. Thank you for that update. So full count to Davis. That's where we stand right now. And this one is hit. That's going to get down into left center field, and it's going to roll through both the left and center fielder, and the Wildcats are on the board. An RBI base hit for Leah Davis, scores Strevler.
What a fantastic piece of hitting by Leah Davis. Went ahead and just kept her hands back, put that ball as a left-handed hitter over the shortstop, and got Edgar on the board for an important first run, exactly what Edgar needs. Now with another runner at scoring position, they can go ahead and perhaps have a chance to knock in a second run, 2 runs in the inning. We call that a rally, Jason, which is exactly what Edgar needs.
Well, it's a spark. Now they want to turn that spark into a fire. They do have 1 across here with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Barneveld does lead 5-1. Next game, by the way, those of you curious, Baldwin-Woodville in New Holstein in a Division III state semifinal. 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one hit weakly by Erickson up the third baseline, and it is fielded there for out number 2, Isabella Sullivan. A nice play there as Erickson, first pitch swinging, grounded it softly to Sullivan and fires across in time for the out. But on all that, Davis does move to third. She had rounded to second in that on the RBI, so she stands at third now, but 2 outs, and Jessica Muha.
Johnny Cash would say you have to do it one piece at a time. In this case, Edgar has to do it one hit at a time.
Strike thrown to Muha. Yeah, Cash goes kind of auctioneer later in that song, right? That's beyond what I can do. It's a fun song to listen to. It's got a snappy, peppy little beat, right?
Yeah. It's a 59, 52.
Yeah, all that. The 0-1 is hit.
Get out of play ball.
And this will just get out of play and caught by the young lady sitting right behind the Wildcats dugout. She got a Wildcat yellow shirt on, so Wildcat there makes a catch. Perhaps an alum.
See, Jason, for future reference, that's how you do it. You don't run away from it. You just go ahead and put your hands underneath it and field it. It's great.
Advice for somebody else, because it's not for me. I don't know why you're looking at me saying that. No balls, 2 strikes now with 2 outs in the inning to Muha. And again, Davis on third. Edgar looking to keep the inning alive. They'll need Muha to reach safely for that to happen. Here's the 0-2. That one tapped foul and right off our home plate umpire's left fingertips. Bit of a sting when that happens.
Jessica going ahead and hitting .318 on the year. She's got 14 runs scored and 12 RBIs, so certainly capable. Really would be great to see her put a ball into the outfield and get that second run across.
The junior Muha now. We'll see again an 0-2 delivery coming up from Dalen Rhodes, and here it is. Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed, dropped third strike. And the throw down as Muha doesn't challenge, and she gets back to the dugout, and that does it for the Wildcats. They do score, so the Wildcats are on the board. They trail by 4. Barneveld 5, Edgar 1. Bottom of the 6th inning right after this on Zaleski Sports.
This is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture. West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 17 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can get you rolling again. Sherrill Tire and Service Center is your locally owned commercial and farm tire specialist. Find us at SherrillTire.com.
Well, welcome back to the ballpark here at the Goodman Sports Complex. Thank you for joining us here for Zaleski Sports. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Barneveld has got the lead 5-1 over the Edgar Wildcats. At the plate now for Barneveld this inning will be number 8, Zoe Schmitz,
pop up to second for out number 1.
who lifts the ball to right field, caught by the second baseman, and we've got the first out of the inning retired by Michaela Workus.
The center fielder, Anessa Schmitz.
Now at bat, number 11, the number 9 hitter for Barneveld, Anessa Schmitz. Schmitz hitting .331 on the year with 19 hits, 11 runs scored, 9 RBIs. Workus sets and delivers. Inside for ball 1. So Edgar got a run back across the board with their first 2 hits of the game. Again, a 5-1 contest here in the bottom of the 6th. Important that they keep it 4 runs and give themselves a chance in the 7th inning. That pitch is also inside for Michaela, so 2 balls is the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out here. 6th inning. Barneveld with the lead, 5-1. Workus is throwing a really nice ball game. Barneveld has done a good job putting the ball in play, and Edgar has made a majority of the plays. There's just been a couple big innings. Really, that 4th inning is what got them with 2 outs. Just a great piece of hitting by Barneveld, as that one's across the plate for a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the 6th inning.
All right, thank you, Paul. As this is the center fielder, Anessa Schmitz, and Schmitz hits this one into left field, playable. And coming on, making the catch for the second out is Jessica Muha. Muha had that one in her tracks from the bat.
Yeah, again, making those routine plays look routine in the outfield is complimentary on a bigger field like this. Again, nice read on a cloudy day, camped underneath it, really nice play.
All right, back to the top of the order now. Emma Gordon will step in. So Gordon sees Workus for the 4th time today, and that one is bounced in for ball 1. What would we have on our first batter, Zoe Schmitz?
We had a fly out to the second baseman.
Yeah, thank you. Erickson, nice play. Okay. So fly out to Erickson, fly out to Muha, and with 2 outs, the pitch to Gordon misses, 2 balls and no strikes.
You know, Jason, at a 5-1 ball game, it's important that Edgar keeps it at the 4 runs just to get themselves a chance in the 7th inning. You don't want to make that hole any bigger to climb out of.
Yeah, for sure. And strike hits the outside corner. That was the goal in that 5th inning, and the Wildcats achieved that goal. There was a 1-out walk to Hayden Swenson, and then a strikeout and a fly out, and the Wildcats 1 out away from getting to the 7th inning. And strike on the inside. So Workus, like Rhodes, mixing locations, has pitched a really nice game. 4 strikeouts today. But the Barneveld hitters did come alive back in that 4th inning. Again, those of you just joining, all Eagles runs came in that 4th inning. A 5-run outburst with 2 outs. A high chopper on the diamond. Workus takes it herself from the circle, steps on the bag as she was in a foot race with Emma Gordon that she wins. Gordon spills after touching the base, but it is the 3rd out of the inning. So 1 unassisted, those of you scoring at home. And it is going to be last call for the Wildcats. 3 outs left. Dalkey, Lipinski, Workus. When we come back, Goodman Diamond and Madison. Right after this on Zaleski Sports.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
All right, back we come now to Goodman Diamond here in Madison. As we come back, the Barneveld Eagles fans are on their feet. They are already urging their team on to 3 outs and to play for a state championship tomorrow at 8 a.m. That is what is on the line here. Wildcats looking for a comeback. It would be a comeback, Paul. They are down by 4 to begin play in the top of the 7th.
You know, it's one of those deals if you're Coach Brown, all you really need to do is tell your team, which is, ladies, look, we need to hit anyway, so we need to find ways to get runners on base. We need to make sure that we're going ahead and taking good hacks at good pitches, perhaps trying to work the count, see if we can work a walk. And if we do happen to get a strikeout with the runner open, we got to make sure we're hustling on everything with the item that we need to make even those quote-unquote routine plays as challenging as possible.
And big thanks to all of our sponsors. And after this, we got time now. Again, Fleet Farm, the official store of Dad. Pick up gifts that are on every dad's list. Check out the huge selection of fishing and hunting gear, tools, auto supplies, grills, camping and boating gear, plus apparel. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. The first pitch comes in, and we've got a pinch hitter started for the Wildcats. This is Haley Schreiber. So Haley Schreiber batting here in the 8th spot, and Schreiber bounces the first one foul right in front of the Wildcats dugout. This spot now has seen 3 batters, Dalkey, Mueller, and now Schreiber. Pitch number 2 is a ball, that one high and away, but again, Coach Brown liking that 6th inning, just looking for a spark somehow, some way.
Absolutely. You know, you just never know who's going to step up. We talked about for Barneveld, it was the 8 and 9 hitters that got the rally started with the 2 RBIs. Coach Brown looking for that same magic.
This one is popped on the infield, and Rhodes coming out of the circle, sprinting at it, and picks it about 6 inches off the ground. And it's going to go down as an F1, but that was a spectacular play by Dalen Rhodes.
Really an athletic play by Rhodes. She had finished her pitching lineup when that ball was hit, kind of fell a little bit towards the first base side, needed to gather herself, made a backhanded play running forward. Really a nice play. That's a ball that could have very easily been an infield single.
Ball hit between the circle and third base line, and as Paul just said, she just made a sprint to the right and grabbed it right before it hit the ground. Carlin Lipinski now with one out and skips out of the way. That one comes inside for ball one. I was fooled on that once yesterday. Never be fooled again, though. So catchers frame pitches and batters attempt to sway the umpire's decision as well with fancy footwork in the box, but Lipinski legitimately had to get out of the way of that one. And this is hit into shallow center field. Coming on in center and making the catch for out number 2 is Anessa Schmitz. And the Barneveld Eagles are feeling it, Paul. They are one out away from a trip to the state championship game tomorrow.
Anessa Fields covered a lot of ground on that. She's playing, I would say, a medium depth in center field. That ball was right on the edge of the grass and the dirt on the infield, and she easily got to that. Really did a nice job of covering some ground there.
All right, Wildcats down to their final out here in 2022. The Assumption Royals await. They are in the state championship game tomorrow, 8 a.m., and looking for a dance partner. Could it be Barneveld? They need one out to advance to the state championship game. Here's Workus now to left. That's going to get down. That's going to roll away. It's going to roll to the wall. Workus coming around second. The throw comes into third, and Workus a stand-up triple with 2 outs in the 7th inning.
Outstanding piece of hitting by Michaela Workus. Went ahead and kept her hands in, put that ball down the third base line, and with her speed and the way she could fly, that was going to be at least a triple. Really a nice job by Barneveld just keeping her at third, because I thought that had a chance, Jason, to go ahead and score a run.
So left-handed batting Workus with a 2-out triple. Here's the left-handed batting Macy Yonker. And the Wildcats, Paul, they need hit after hit after hit after hit. There can be no more outs. They have 2 in the inning.
Good news is you're at the top of the lineup, so there's a chance to do it.
Here it is, hit to left field. The wind will blow it back a bit under it, and making the catch, Haley Larson records the final out of this state semifinal. The Barneveld Eagles rush the dugout. They are on the field celebrating as a team as they will play the Assumption Royals tomorrow, 8 a.m. That game will be broadcast live right here on Zaleski Sports. It is a state championship setup, Division 5, Assumption and Barneveld. For the Edgar Wildcats, congratulations to seniors, Skylie Manicky, Carlin Lipinski, and Haley Schreiber, the 3 seniors for these Wildcats. A really nice season for Edgar, Paul.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a special season, their first state appearance in the softball state tournament. I thought they represented themselves really well. Again, an impressive performance, Michaela Workus and the Cats. Unfortunately, 1 inning, couple key hits with 2 outs by Barneveld. This turns out to be the difference in this particular ball game, but a spectacular season by Edgar. Congratulations to them and their young ladies. What a great cap to their sports season. Again, this particular group was in sectionals for volleyball, was in sectionals for basketball, and now finds themselves at the state tournament here for softball. Again, not the result they were looking for today, but they're going to look back on this experience and realize, you know what, we played at the Goodman Diamond home of the Badgers. We gave Barneveld a great ball game, and we had a special season. Congratulations to Edgar, and best of luck to Barneveld tomorrow.
Thanks to our special game sponsor, Nasonville Dairy. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your fresh cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, and NasonvilleDairy.com. As we just said here a few times, it is a Division 5 state championship tomorrow. Saturday morning, it's more bananas, coffee, and donuts at 8 a.m. first pitch. Paul is not made for that, so he's leaving us, and only the strong survive around here, Mr. Jaglinski. I will be on the call for that one, here from Goodman Diamond tomorrow, but again, the Assumption Royals and the Barneveld Eagles, the 1 and the 2 seed, will play for a gold ball tomorrow. First pitch, 8 a.m. We'll be on the air at 7:50 a.m. tomorrow to bring you that state final. Again, highlights coming later this afternoon. We'll show you highlights of Iola and Horicon, Assumption and Thorpe, and then the game that we just called here, Edgar and Barneveld. And as we did last night, we will turn it back to Paul Jaglinski for final words here from Goodman Diamond.
Just a few final comments. First of all, thank you to everybody who took the opportunity to go ahead and listen to the audio broadcast this morning. We greatly appreciate your patronage and you listening to Sports for Free here on Zaleski Sports. Speaking of Sports for Free on Zaleski Sports, again, we asked you before, we'll ask you again. Please go ahead and thank the sponsors and make sure you patronize their businesses. Visit their Facebook pages, like them on Twitter, Instagram, kind of wherever they need to be. Again, it's their generosity which makes all this possible. And finally, Jason, I just congratulate the WIAA for going ahead and running a great event. We've had the opportunity to go ahead and call several great games. It's so nice to see fans returning back to normal, things going ahead and returning when you take a look at it. So again, congratulations to the Edgar Wildcats. Unfortunately, they fall today by a final of 5-1 to Barneveld. And again, as Jason says, that sets up a Barneveld versus Assumption Division 5 softball matchup tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for a state title. And you can catch all that action live here on Zaleski Sports.